All right, guys. GM. How are we feeling today? Can you guys hear me?
Yo, yes, sir.
Nice. I feel like
Sir,
today's
good
gonna be a
morning.
banger, hey? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, especially because we know that Cole will be creating something for Plooshy holders so they can use on Nifty Island. So that's pretty exciting, hey? Um, I think that would be like the first item um, for Plooshy holders on Nifty Island. But without further ado, I just want to welcome B-Host to the stream today. He will be representing Nifty Island. We have a bunch of stuff to announce regarding, the Plooshies and Nifty Island. And obviously, we can just, as you guys know, there's really no agenda whatsoever when we have special guests on our live streams. But let's give it a go. And obviously, Cole, we're gonna watch him create something pretty epic for all of us today. But GM host, how are you?
Dude, I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for having me. I got to meet Cole here. Cole and I, we've been following each other for a while now, but finally
Mm-hmm.
uh, had the pleasure to talk with him and you for a few minutes before this. So
Yep.
yeah, super excited for this one. I think Cole is gonna cook up an insane asset as always. Cooks. Cole knows what he does, bro. He's insane.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
dude, I'm
know.
excited to be here.
I wish I could have fucking Cole's skills to create something, hey? But that's why we love him. That's why we're very lucky to have him as part of the Plooshies team. And yeah, as you all know, like he's very he's pretty well known in the space. He's done a bunch of stuff for other NFT projects as well. But Behos, Nifty Island. For people who've been living under the rock for the past year or so, what can you tell us about Nifty Island? What's up with that? Like, I feel like there's a bunch of
Mhm.
stuff that you guys have been cooking. There's a bunch of stuff coming as well. TGE is coming soon.
Yes.
Yeah. So pretty excited stuff. So yeah, I'll leave the floor for you.
Yeah, so Nifty Island is basically I'd probably say I don't like to call it a metaverse, but it is just
Mm-hmm.
because the metaverse term has been played with for a while now. But basically, it is the biggest Web3 hub at the moment, if you ask me.
Yep.
We have over 400 communities integrated with some of the biggest ones in the space, which you obviously heard of, like Pudgy
Yep.
Penguins, Sappy Seals, geckos, mad lads, and just a bunch more. And yeah, basically you hop in the game. You can fully customize. So it's a very UGC based game. So you can fully customize, fully control, edit, have your own avatar, any 3D assets, any NFT communities that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
We probably have them in, so you can play with the avatar. So let's say I hold a Sappy seal, and I'm sure Cole does hold a Pudgy. I'm pretty sure. So you can
Yeah,
play with the
he.
avatar in the
I'm pretty
game.
sure he's not lapping that Pudgy Penguin. So yeah.
Yeah, you could just join in, build, compete, and for rewards. And the best part, I'd probably say, is the on-chain rewards. So we have a bunch of activations. Cole participated in some. I believe he won some as well. But basically, you hop in, you play a bunch of games, and you potentially win rewards. We have a bunch of UGC contests, and just join in. Join in. I can speak about it for a while, but just join in, see if you like it or not. I bet you won't be leaving the Discord for a while.
Yeah, I've been playing Nifty Island for quite some time. I stopped playing for a little bit when we started getting a little bit more busy and doing other stuff and shit. So I've been playing on and off lately, though. I wish I could have played more, especially for those juicy rewards like getting more blooms, potentially getting more island, which will be your upcoming token. But how did you guys pick the first collections? Because I remember that when I logged in, right, to Nifty Island, and there were a bunch of different collections that were already kind of integrated onto Nifty Island, and if you held any of those NFTs, it give you a different kind of tier for the upcoming TGE, which was, I don't know, like earlier this year, I think maybe January, February. I don't remember
Mhm.
correctly, but yeah, maybe you can explain that to us. And
Yeah,
how have
honestly.
you been picking other collections to be integrated into Nifty Island? Because I've seen that it's not just ETH collections, right? Like you've been picking as well, like Solana collections, even some meme
Mhm.
coins as well. So yeah, I mean, you're pretty much integrating like every single, I would say, corner of Web3. Um, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, I joined the team. So I basically I was a player before, and I love the game. I made content around it. I showed I basically showed that I love him. I kept contributing to it, and
Yep.
somehow ended here. So
Well, congrats, bro.
yeah, thank you. So I wasn't part of the first integration of the collections, but I am now.
Okay.
So basically, with your collection, if you have a coin, any ERC, any Solana, any literally anything on chain, we can onboard you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't cost anything. We don't charge for anything. You don't need to buy an island. You don't need to buy no land. Free,
Mm-hmm.
easy. All we really request is a 3D asset, and that's why we have some builders. Probably like Cole. He probably made a bunch. And yeah, we can definitely connect you with a 3D builder. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's all we need. A 3D asset, and you can join in. Doesn't cost
Yep.
anything, and I'm super proud of it that we don't charge for anything, and we do offer a lot of value. So I'm looking at Nifty as another way of connection with your community. So let's say you have Twitter, you have Discord. Why not have an island? Like you can run a bunch of activations. You can reward your holders, and you can just do a bunch of cool shit in the game. So why not do it?
Yeah, 100%. Like I've seen the craziest islands on Nifty Island. Like I remember when I was creating mine, and I was kind of like trying to copy paste like some of those islands, like early days, right? Like, um, but yeah, now I can see like there's a bunch of people. Like obviously, I guess you can obviously you pay them, right, to create your own island and stuff. But yeah, they're like super talented. It's really fun. It's, I mean, you can play multiple games as well, right? Like, the
Hmm.
like it's a
Yeah.
little bit like an FPS game, but also there's like kind of mini games too,
Hmm.
where yeah, you just have fun with your friends and community, and yeah, that's all about.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we have a bunch of games. Super easy to play them as well. So
Mm,
you don't have to be like an expert in order to play it. So if you're like interested in playing and earning some rewards, which is probably doesn't happen in any Web2 game, where you just play and earn a reward or something that is actually valuable. Uh,
mm,
like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think CS:GO has case drops from time to time. Those are worth a few pennies.
yeah.
Um, but basically, yeah, you don't need like an extreme, hard, expensive computer. Simply a good computer will do the job. You can hop
Mm,
in, play, and rewards. That's it. That's simple. And yeah, so
yeah,
some
which is
islands are just I don't know why I even brought it up, but you talked about islands. Yeah, some islands are fucking insane.
I know.
I've been playing for like 8 months now, 7 months, something like that,
Oh
even
well.
a little bit more.
Okay.
I still get fucking like shocked on how good islands are. It's just I don't
Yeah.
know. Some people I'm just really bad at it, but some people are just completely insane.
No, yeah, I totally agree with that. Like what I was saying, right? Like you just see these beautiful islands, and because you can bring your 3D assets as well, right? Like you guys provide certain 3D assets for you to create your island and stuff, but you can bring them, right? Like Cole, for instance, right? Like he's creating a sword that we're gonna be able to use in the game. So I've seen a bunch of people just putting
Hmm.
random 3D stuff in their islands, and I'm like, holy shit, I wish I was that creative. Because if you like, I haven't done anything with my island to be honest, like in a very long time.
Hmm.
So if you just look at it, it's like, oh mate, like this is kind of boring. Like, I mean, comparing it to those pretty impressive islands, hey. But yeah, tell me a little bit about yourself. Like you were telling me that, or telling us that you were just someone who truly enjoyed the game, who loved the game, who played the game, who created content around Nifty Island. And how was your approach? Like, did you just DM Charles or someone else from the team, and you were like, hey, I really like what you guys are doing, I wish uh I don't know if there's an open position for me. I can
Mhm.
bring these skills, etc. How did you go about that? Because um, it's something that, for instance, maybe people who are watching this stream, right? Like, um, you just have to knock doors, right? Give it a go,
Mhm.
and maybe you'll get maybe 9 people will say no, but just the one will say yes. And so yeah, tell me about that.
Honestly, it's my first ever Web3 job. I've been a content
Okay.
creator. I've been online my entire life. I'm a long time gamer, content
Hmm.
creator. I've had channels since I was 12. Good luck finding those, but some have been big, some smaller. And I
Yep.
also had some experience in the some experience that I can really like, some experience. I had some experience, and
Hmm.
it all around this world, like gaming, creating content, outreaching to people, communicating.
Yep.
And I had a chat with Charles. It's actually a funny story. So I told you before I was a player, a team member. I
Mm.
played a game. I was a very competitive gamer. I'm also like a very competitive gamer. Um,
Okay.
and there was this tournament by a content creator named Whale Swoosh.
Oh
He
yeah, I remember
basically,
that.
yeah, so he did like
Yeah.
an island, and you gotta
Hmm.
compete, get the best time, and
Yep.
at that time I was like sitting on it like for playing 4 or 5 hours a day,
Oh
um,
my goodness.
just grinding this out, and then you can imagine like playing a 30-second race 5 hours. It
Yeah.
like drives you fucking crazy.
I
Um,
remember it was fucking hard as well. Like I
yeah,
tried to compete in that tournament, I suppose, and I
mhm.
gave up. I was like, nah, mate, this is too bloody
Yeah, yeah, it
hard.
was really hard. It was very difficult, and yeah, basically I competed in it, and I suggested two alts. So basically in the top five I was top three.
Okay. Wow.
And all of a sudden two new accounts joined. They had no NFTs, no on-chain transitions, no nothing.
Mm.
So I wrote up like a big ass sheet, not a sheet, like a big ass docs, sent it to Charles and said, hey, I just want to raise this to you. This is an issue. We need to solve this.
Yep.
And after we just briefly continued chatting, and I always like expressed that I like the game. If he has
Mm.
any open positions, let me know. And he said, yeah, sounds good. After like 3 months, we hopped on a chat. I sent him a resume before, so
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
knows like what I did and stuff. But um, yeah, I just sent him my resume. 3 months later, I'm still active, still in the game, still creating content, still enjoying it. And yeah, he shot me a message. Want to talk? We chatted for like about probably like 40 minutes.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
yeah, I got this job. Been here for
Dude,
I guess
amazing.
around 8 months. Been a wild ride.
Oh wow, dude, that's quite the story. And dude, I just honestly I love to hear those kind of stories, right? Because when you truly when you feel this passion about a product, right? And then it's just I don't know, it's a gift, it's a blessing here in Web3, right? Like you can give it a go. Like if people see that you're truly passionate about something and you bring certain skills that perhaps the team is lacking a little bit, then that's your golden opportunity, right? And
Hmm.
obviously I feel like when we started the stream, right, when I was saying like if you've been living under the rock, maybe you don't really know anything about Nifty Island, but you guys have been grinding super hard. You guys been integrating so many different communities, which is pretty
Yeah,
dope, right? Like
yeah.
we've
It's
seen we've seen this wave and people fighting like Web3 gaming is dead, NFTs are dead, etc. But like what you guys are providing, right? Like it's something that kind of like what we want to do with Plooshy Island as well. It's a completely different genre, but we do see the same vision, right? In terms of there's places where people can have fun, not just one community, right? Obviously, Plushy
mhm,
Island, the name Plushies, the Plushies will have more perk within the game, but we want to integrate so many different communities as well to have fun, right? Even if it's a completely different game, different genre, but that's it, right? It's just we're here just to have fun, play some games, have a laugh with your mates, with your friends that you've made in Web3, and that's it. It's just that simple, right? And it works. It's a simple formula, but obviously the game needs to be fun.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with mostly everything you said. Um, yeah, it's been a crazy ride, honestly. From 100
Mm.
communities or 80 communities being integrated at the start, I'm trying
Yeah,
to onboard as many as possible. So if you're in community and you want to join, feel free to shoot it over a message. Any meme coins, Solana communities, ETH, Poly, Matic, literally anything, just shoot over a message,
all of them.
and you get the
Nice.
same treatment as a very large community.
Mm.
I currently I run like a huge CRM, but I couldn't even tell you how many people are in it. But I make sure to treat everyone the same, everyone. So yeah, if you're a community you'd like to be integrated, shoot over a message, drop me a follow. I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
So I'm sure, like, because you've been playing this game for quite a while, right? So I'm sure you know, like, who are those sweaty gamers who spend countless hours on Nifty Island
Mhm.
grinding those blooms. Um, I'm sure you're part of that. Let's call it quote unquote the Nifty Island cabal, right? Because you guys jump on different islands, play a bunch of games and stuff. Uh, who would you say are the best gamers, like that you've encountered on Nifty Island?
Hmm.
Like from which communities?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're not part of NFT communities. They're just people who just love the game, right?
Let me think on that for a moment. I'd probably say I can even name you like the best ones if you're interested in that.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
how deep like the community is.
Yeah.
I actually remember like a bunch of them. So I'd say um probably me first. I'm the best PvPer in Nifty Island, no doubt about it.
Okay.
Anyone wants, you can challenge me. And then I'd say probably D4, Zpay, Eki, Karatek, a bunch of Sappy Seals are in there. We have a bunch of
Yep.
Kid Call Beasts.
Mm.
We have a bunch. Chimpers are very active. Mars Cats, obviously. Mars Cats Voyage, they're super active.
Okay.
Um, that's a hard question. That's a hard question. I'm gonna have to think about it for a moment. But I think
Yeah, I feel
those
like
five communities are good.
if any of these people who are part of those communities are watching this stream, they're like, so you think these are better than me, hey? So
Hmm.
we'll see about that. But you tend to host like community events, right, on a weekly basis. Where even I saw a post earlier today from the Nifty Island account that tomorrow you're gonna have like a gaming night with multiple
Hmm.
communities. Is this something that you tend to do on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, or how does that work? Now that I mean, now that TGE is very soon and people are pretty much done collecting those
Hmm.
blooms, how's that going for you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a confusing time for sure. We're trying live upsides, live operations.
Hmm.
We're trying to keep the momentum up, have a bunch
Yep.
of activations, either if it's quests or UGC contests that we're gonna have in the future. Um, yeah, it's been challenging, but it's been good. Nothing that is worth doing comes easy. So
Mm.
that's one. Second, yeah, monthly game night. We do it every month. Plooshies,
Okay.
you should be there for the next one for sure.
Yes,
This
sir.
one we have 9 projects, and everyone is chipping in a reward. At the end of it, we're gonna raffle it all off. Past
Mm.
ones we had like around 100 players for each one,
Nice.
and it's always the vibes are good. We introduced the projects and we ended off with the raffle. So if you're listening to this and you want to show up, have some fun, get introduced to a bunch of projects and possibly win an NFT or any reward, join the Nifty Island Disco tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST, and you're gonna have a chance on winning some cool NFTs.
Oh, that's super sick, bro. And yeah, definitely like, the thing that we did with the plushes, right? A long time ago, I remember that we got on board. We were one of the first NFTs integrated on Nifty Island. Uh, but the thing is, like, the entire collection is rigged, right? Like the
Yeah.
3,333, but they were like super tiny. Um, so we started with just one of them. Like if you were a plushie holder, you were able to play as this particular NFT, which is one of the main characters in our collections, like in the lore and the storytelling that we've been telling everyone, etc. And that was Pepe the Hero, which is a bear with a superhero suit, right?
Hmm.
Um, But now, like it took a while. People were playing on and off from our community, and even in our community, there's a bunch of Pudgy Penguin holders, Camping Panda holders, a Kid Cool Beast as well. Um, but now I'm like, okay, let's just give it a go again. This is a fun game, project supporting each other, and I love what you guys have been doing. So for people who didn't know, like a while ago, you were able to play, like I mentioned, as Pepe the Hero, but starting this week, I think it was, no, maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, because you can correct me if I'm wrong, but
Hmm.
you guys uploaded the collection again, but it was just very tiny, right? Which is kind of funny though. Like when you see the plushies, yes, they're super small, super cute, etc. But in the game, playing with someone, like when it's super tiny and shit, it's like very hard to shoot at them. Maybe you can have an edge. I was talking to one of our holders, and he was saying like, yeah, dude, like when they're so tiny, it's really hard to shoot at them. And I played against those players, right? When they upload some 3D assets or whatever, and they're like really tiny, it's hard. But if you want to like have the full experience and have fun, and even the plushies have big heads now, so now I guess we're an easy target. Yeah, now we can play, like if you hold 1, 5, 10, 20 plushies, right? You can choose your favorite one, and now you can play as your plushie. We scaled the collection so you guys can don't have to do anything, because most of us were doing that, right? I mean, I didn't do it. Some of our community members did that for me, for plushie Bogan, right? Like they're using my PFP. But yeah, now we can just have fun as plushie holders and see who's best at this game. I can tell you, when we're playing, because we're hosting gaming nights at some point on with the Plooshies community and the Plooshies
Hmm.
Discord, and some of these guys are very good, including Cole. Not gonna lie, he's a sweaty gamer. He's very good at it. Um, so yeah, later today when we play, you can see you already said that you are the best one. All right, I guess we'll find out. Fuck around, find out. But
Yeah, we're gonna have
yeah,
to find out.
yes, sir. Any alpha that you can drop about that TGE? How are you gonna play that out? We've seen, for instance, Seed World, all right, that they went the sex route, rather than you know, um, I mean the DEX route, like decentralized exchanges. Like they didn't want to go with Binance or these other big ones, and they're performing pretty well, right? It's another gaming project, gaming token,
Hmm.
etc. What are your plans? How's that gonna play out? Is that gonna be on ETH? Is that gonna be omni chain? Is that something that you guys have disclosed?
Yeah, I can't really talk about it. Neither I know a lot because it's totally not my side. I'd probably keep it as a Charles question.
Okay,
But I cannot like say anything or spill out any juice. But all I gotta say, it's coming out soon.
okay.
Um, yeah, expect it. It's gonna be good.
Like soon, or how soon? Like obviously Q4 this year, right? Maybe December.
You never know, man.
Dude,
Could be tomorrow.
I'm doing the Lord's work right now. Like for people who've been
Could
playing the
be in
game.
a month. Could be tomorrow. Could be in 2 weeks. You never know.
Oh shit! Tomorrow, you look at that, hey?
Yeah,
Imagine that.
really imagine it. I just spit the biggest alpha on like fucking Nifty universe. That's yeah. When island. That's all I gotta say.
Win Island, Win
When.
Island, indeed. Um, how about these new like quests and games? Like, for instance, today that I logged in again to Nifty Island after a very long time. I saw like this new kind of welcome page, right?
Mhm.
When you're playing a game and you can see a bunch of different stuff like quests and stuff, and the islands and such, which is really cool. So, how often do you guys? I'm assuming you guys take into account a bunch of feedback from the community, what they would like to see in the game, new game modes, perhaps. How does that work on your side? Like,
Yeah. So basically, new game modes. Obviously, gather a bunch of information either from the community, both from the internal team, and we just
mhm.
go at it. More of the developer side, and for what was the other question? Sorry.
Yeah, like it was just pretty much that. They're like,
Oh yeah,
the
and yeah,
gamers
you
taking
asked quests,
feedback
right?
from the community, and yeah, the new quests that you are coming up
Oh
with.
yeah, so quests, we try to roll every week, so
Hmm.
basically everyone can have something to do in the game, especially leading to TGE when we're it's like a weird area we're in, and no one really knows or expect, like no one really knows what to expect. So we try to have those on a regular basis.
Yep.
But yeah, quests we have some right now from with some Solana communities. So
Okay.
Galactic Geckos are in there. We have Bored Ape, Solana Club, and a bunch more.
Right.
And we have, I believe it's a palm, a few pistols, airdrop
Okay.
points, and blooms. Oh, no airdrop points anymore. Sorry, no airdrop points.
Hmm.
So just blooms. That's
Damn.
funny.
But tell me about these pistols and palms, because those
Hmm.
are NFT collections that you guys launched a while ago, right? And I can see like even the palm prices, like the some of them are very expensive, some of them are quite attainable. Is that gonna make a difference even if someone gets to purchase one of those palms leading to TGE, or that's done?
Yeah, so as of now, you can still purchase a palm and get your tier booster, and
Hmm.
we're gonna announce something very soon regarding to
Okay.
that. Basically,
Right.
palms, they're gonna have some use in the game. So
Okay.
basically, we're gonna have a bunch of perks to them in the game and outside of it. Um, and yeah, as far as the token goes, obviously, tearing up is a major factor in the prices. Um, but yeah, you still have time to get a poem. Make sure to do so.
How many are there in total, though?
There are three, if I remember correctly, there are maximum of 3,890, and
Okay.
currently there are
Because you
probably
have.
around 1,400, I believe. So no,
Okay.
dude, let me try and remember this because we recently we did a palm drop, which is basically we just airdrop a bunch of palms. So we
Oh
rewarded
wow.
people with like over 100 ETH of palms.
Damn.
Yeah,
Because you
just
have
active.
different tiers as well, right? Like you have the bronze,
Yeah,
silver, and gold and whatnot, right?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. We have iron, bronze, silver, gold, neon, and ultra.
Okay.
Uh, Let me find the poem. So right now we have 1,322 poems circulating on the chain, and we're planning to give a bunch away. So make
Okay.
sure you get in quests, UGC contests, activations. Just be there, be active. You're gonna get rewarded eventually. I promise you.
And when did you guys launch that collection there, the poems? Like, was that like pre-sale? Like,
No,
you
so we
always.
actually never sold the palm for the exact date. I'm not sure since I wasn't around, but I think
Yeah.
the game has been developing since like 2022, 2021 ish.
Yep. Yep.
And they initially released it as like a like a type of in early collection. Like you gotta be in early, and
Yeah. Right.
yeah, honestly, I'm not sure when they launched it, but yeah,
Yeah.
what was
Yeah. I'm
yeah? Go
checking.
ahead.
I think according to OpenSea, they launched it in August of 2021.
Yeah,
Like,
August 2021 makes
wow,
sense.
dude, that was pretty much the bull run of NFTs back
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
the prices on them went nuts, went ballistic.
Yeah, I mean, 2K ETH in total volume, that's pretty solid. Um, yeah, like it's insane, right? Like, because I mean, that's 2021, the idea of Nifty Island, and then obviously, building the game. And now it's 2024, and
Hmm.
you guys have developed and released a product, right? That people can play and have fun and shit. So, yeah, kudos to you guys, UG. And my other question was about the pistols. Like, what's up with that? Like,
Oh yeah, so
do they give you a boost in the game, like when you're shooting at someone, or is that just a skin?
It's currently just a cool cosmetic item to
Okay.
use. Secondary collection, and if you had enough, they would have gave you a tier boost. At the moment, we don't have that anymore. But
Okay.
let's see. We're gonna see in the future. It might be a cool way to add to it. But yeah, no promises on that. But yeah, just a cool cosmetic skin NFT basically.
Fair enough. Fair enough, dude. I've been trying to get some alpha from you, but you're a tricky one.
Yeah, I'm definitely that's also why they pick me. I don't spill any beans. I keep my mouth shut. When I first entered the chat,
Yep.
Charles told me in the first day, "You gotta give me the key to your mouth." I just shut my mouth, gave him the key. That's it.
Hmm.
Sealed.
do
You're
you
not gonna hear any
guys
alpha.
do you
Yes.
guys have you guys seen each other IRL, like you and Charles and the rest of the
Hmm.
team?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually did. We actually did. We had a retreat. I believe it was August this year.
Okay.
3 months ago, we
Okay.
had a retreat. They flew everyone over. We had a week of good time. Obviously, a bunch of work related stuff, brainstorming, a bunch of drinking, a bunch of hanging out.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
it was really good. It was really fun. Very like a pleasure, just an honor to meet some of these people. I'm sure I'll be in touch with some of them many years after Nifty as became like the biggest Web3 game.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't meet Six God, which he's my buddy
Mm.
in Nifty because he's from the Philippines and his visa wasn't approved. So
Oh,
L
that sucks,
Philippines for
though.
that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
big
it's
L. Big L.
big L,
So,
big six
so
six got a big L.
where did you guys have that retreat though? Because I think is Charles from France?
Charles is not from Charles is based in the States.
Oh, he's based in the States, right?
Yeah,
Right. So the retreat was in the US.
there it's yes, it was in the US.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh well, that really sucks for Six God. Um,
Yeah, it really does. Maybe next year we can go to the Philippines instead. You never know.
yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, the Philippines is one of the. I mean, dude, you should know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like the Philippines is big in Web3 gaming. Like
Were you
it's
there?
big. No, I haven't been there, but I mean, honestly, like you could tell like how big Web3 gaming is for a country like the Philippines. Like ever since
Hmm.
Axie Infinity, right? Like they're just gonna be there. So many gaming guilds from the Philippines. So many people playing games from there. So yeah, I haven't been to Philippines yet. Therefore, it's in my bucket list.
Hmm.
But yeah, we'd love to go to the Philippines one of these days for sure. For sure. Have
Yeah,
you?
same here.
Are
No,
you
I haven't.
because where are you based, by the way, Beam?
I'm actually from Israel.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And you're based currently there.
yeah. I'm currently in
Okay.
Tel Aviv.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Um, yeah. I mean, Cole, do you want to give us a bit of an update on how we're going with that sword? It's looking pretty cool. I can't wait to play with
Yeah,
it.
it's fucking sick. It's really
I
good.
know.
Yep, just working on it. I was just then looking at the maximum poly count I can have. So we're
Mm,
allowed 5,000 and we're already at 11, so I need to cut some detail down.
damn. Okay.
But yeah, looking pretty good so far. I'll unwrap it and then get texturing pretty soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it looks so good. I feel like I'm gonna be like Link, playing with that sword.
it looks really good. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm not even surprised. Cole has been killing it, bro. Love seeing the creations in the timeline or in the timeline.
All right, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
honestly, I don't know if this is the first time you've seen our live stream, but every now and then, like he will create something pretty epic. He tries to do like we try to plushify the space in a way, right? So depending if we bring founders or KOLs or just friends and stuff, or even from our community, right, that they want to see their plushie with specific traits. Maybe they're repping another PFP, or maybe they just want to see themselves as fucking I don't know, let's say Batman or whatever, right? Uh, Call could create something like that. So it's pretty cool to just have a normal casual combo with someone whilst we get, amazed by Cole's 3D skill. So yeah.
100%. Yeah, I'd probably say for being without an agenda is refreshing. It's like you don't. I'm all for spaces and stuff, but once there is like a big agenda involved, it's like you can sometimes hear people like reading off something.
Mm.
I just if you're raw with your answers and you're fresh, you're new with them, you gotta think and talk, and not just read off something that you asked ChatGPT about. Better for me, honestly.
Here we are having Pihus taking the piece on those KOLs and traders using ChatGPT, hey?
No ChatGPT here. Maybe sometimes when the question is too complicated, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
no, yeah. 100%, bro.
yeah, but yeah, you can tackle me with some hard questions. I'll try my best to answer them.
I mean, the hard questions is mostly related to a bit of alpha, related to, what's coming for Nifty Island, TGE, but I haven't been able to crack it on just yet.
I already
But
told you,
yeah,
bro. I cannot spill any alpha.
yeah, nah,
I
fair
told
enough,
you.
fair enough. But
Yeah. So
tell us a little bit more about that retreat, though, like, because it was the first time that you guys, saw each other IRL, like
mhm.
you and the rest of the team. What did you guys do? Where were you? How long did that last? Um,
Yeah. So basically, it was in the States, undisclosed location. We all had like a house.
mm,
At the beginning of it, no one talked. We just stayed quiet. We're gamers and we don't talk. We don't communicate. So that's it. I'm just joking. We instantly everyone just connected, knock it off.
yep,
Like it was super refreshing seeing some of these people behind the PFP, as you can say.
yeah,
Um,
dude, yes, it's the
yes,
best, honestly.
some people obviously amazing. I'm a big fan of some. Like the work that they do is just super impressive.
Mm,
Either from like back end team or just community facing.
yep,
Also, it was very good seeing Charles and Zonk, which are the two founders. They've been great. They've set this whole thing up, and yeah, honestly, it was good seeing everyone. We just uh, had a house, had fun,
mm,
um, drank a bunch, worked a bunch.
yep.
Yeah,
How
that
how
pretty much sums it up.
how big is the team at Nifty Island, by the way? Like front
I
facing and
think
back end and stuff.
I think let me think. I think it's like around 25, probably 30
Okay.
people, something like that.
Yep.
Um so it's definitely it's a large team. It's a large team.
Yeah, and I'm assuming most of them working on the game, right? Like most of them are devs and.
Yeah, most of them are dev, so backend stuff I really
Yep.
don't I don't understand anything about it. Um yeah, I imagine there is a bunch of people on the website working on it consistently, a
Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah.
on the product, so the game. But yeah, we have a bunch. It's actually a very big team. Like we have a bunch of team leads over there, so we have around 8 of them. Um, and I believe we have. So if I remember correctly, it's we have someone on servers, someone on content pipeline,
Oh wow.
QA testing, so blockchain. Obviously, it's a whole new category for games to focus on, and
Yep.
then backend management, obviously DevOps, front end or website, out lead, and then live ops
Hmm.
and community.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is
So
your side of things, right? The community
yes,
side of things.
yeah, I'm a bit mixed into things. I do a lot, like for example, um, like this week our content creator, his name is Crew. He's like a one team tank. He's amazing. He's been cranking out videos left and right, and
Yep.
he's on a vacation now, so I had to like sort of replace for a while or just take over. And I've been creating a bunch of content for a while now.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm very like I just do a bunch of stuff. I try to do it the best that I can. And yeah, that's why I'm a cocky person. I'd say I think I'm the best until someone humbles me. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll see about that later. Later today when we play.
Good
But
morning,
yeah, no,
later.
I feel you though. Like I feel like it is kind of the nature of Web3, right? Like you will end up doing a bunch of stuff, and also it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
nature
yeah, hundred
of a
percent.
startup company, right? Like you will end up doing more than what you were hired to do, um,
Yeah,
which is,
hundred
I mean,
percent.
it's great though, because you kind of need to step up your game and acquire skills that perhaps you didn't think you actually have, and yeah, just become better at what you
Yeah,
do.
I agree with you. Actually, I really agree with you on that. I think Web3 is a great space to learn and develop. One of the base places for sure. I'm talking to a bunch of projects, so
Hmm.
probably like tens of projects a week or dozen. And yeah, most of them they don't have a sole focus. Like they do a bunch of stuff, and it's always super mixed up. So I'm in here. I was brought for one thing. I could do the other thing for a moment and
Yeah.
learn it on how to do what to expect as well. Um, and yeah, that's Web3 for me. Is just you gotta be very interdisciplinary. It's just very all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, and this was like you were saying, right? Like this is your first Web3 gig, right? Like the first full time
Hmm.
job in Web3. I'm assuming, like, yeah, how's been your experience, or like, love it or hate it? Yeah.
It's been really good. Actually, it's been really good. I've been here for 8 months. I'm
Hmm.
enjoying every bit of it. Even if I don't enjoy something, I always try to bring the best out of it. Um, and yeah, it's constant learning, constant improving. Feedback is good. I always ask for feedback. Um, but yeah, it's been really good. I've been in the space for, I think first time ever I bought crypto was in 2015 probably.
Oh well. Okay.
So I'm very like crypto like I yeah, crypto is a go.
What was your first coin? Like, what did you buy first? Bitcoin?
No, it was XRP for 1 cent.
Yeah. Oh
It
my.
just I like the name of it. It was in the middle of a math class. I used to be in a school with laptops,
Okay.
and I really wanted to buy it, and my math teacher kept like going behind me, so I couldn't like buy it. So I bought it for like a cent and like a few more numbers, and I put
Mm,
like $50 out of my CS:GO skins at the time. You could sell them at a site called OP Skins,
mm,
and just withdraw them to any like crypto platform. So I don't even remember what platform it was, but you could
okay.
like sell them and then transfer to USDT or some shit. And I
Right.
bought XRP, and then my other coin was I believe it was Rayblocks. Now it rugged. Now it's called. They had like a rebrand after they rugged a bunch of people.
Mm,
And right now they are called Nano. But yeah, that's
not
like the first two coins. XRP is the first one. Nano is the second. Or Rayblocks. Been a wild ride.
And were you just like buying and just let it sit in your wallet, like hoping that it will go up, like, or were you
Dude,
actively trading, or?
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you honestly. I just liked the name of it. I bought it. It pumped up to like a dollar, I think, or something like that. Maybe even four. And I was
Yeah.
like, I used to have like a YouTube channel playing Minecraft. I was a very good Minecraft player making content.
Okay.
Um, and I was like seeing the numbers, and I'm like, dude, I can finally host a giveaway on a Minecraft cape, which is cost like $10. And
Nice.
I gave away like two of them. It was yeah, like suddenly you see like $500 at 13 years old. You're like, oh shit,
Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah,
can buy
especially at that
something.
age. Yeah, for sure. And after that, like, did you have you been trading NFTs, like meme coins, like with this meme coin super cycle?
Mhm.
How long you been in NFTs? I know that you're repping your Sappy seal. How long you been a seal, for instance? Um,
Yeah, I've been grinding for a while. NFTs, meme coins, I just recently got into. I'm trying to do it
mhm.
as like a side thing because I tried to do it with Nifty and I really couldn't. It just takes your mind off your work and you're not just fully engaging what you do.
Yeah.
I have some friends that are making a lot of money on meme coins, and I'm
Mhm.
fortunate enough that they can help me a little bit there. So I've
Right.
been gaining a little bit, nothing too big. If I gain like a dozen X, there might be signs on my X, so pay attention. But I've been in NFT since 2021.
Okay.
Um, Nothing too big. I was just before a program that I had to go, like to the army basically.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like side hustle NFTs and then meme coins now I'm trying to get more into. And yeah, I've been a SAPI holder for like 10 months now. And
Okay.
that basically holding a seal introduced me to Nifty Island. Like that's like the
Mm.
final store there that I wanted to I knew what Nifty is, but then I saw, hey, Sappy Seals are joining. Might as well join in.
Yep. Yep. Oh, that's a cool story, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Sappy Seals got you into Nifty Island. That's pretty dope.
I'm curious what got you into Web3.
Uh, that's a good story though. Like, because I was working for an NGO back in Melbourne, in Australia, right? But then during COVID, it was COVID, right? Um, COVID hit, and then they cut my hours from 40 to 20. And that's why, I mean, dude, like they cut your hours from like working full time to part time, but you still need to pay rent, you still need to live your life and shit. So I kind of needed to find like a side hustle, right? In the meantime, I was, taking online classes of like programming and cybersecurity and shit. Uh, Even though I really liked it, I was just like, dude, this is gonna take a while, like for me to kind of change my
Hmm.
career, right? And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should get back into this crypto thing, right? Like it was kind of like the bull run, like 20, late 2019, early 2020, and even before that, like for me, my first coin was Dogecoin, a long time
Mm.
ago. And like I think I've told this story, but there was a time back in 2017. I clearly remember this because it was 2017. One of my flatmates back in Melbourne, he was asking about Bitcoin, right? Me being kind of like this nerdy guy and geek guy and shit, like he thought that I was gonna knew what's up with Bitcoin, right? And back then, I didn't even know that you were able to buy just a fraction. You didn't need to buy Bitcoin, whole like the whole Bitcoin, right? I think back then in Australian dollars was like 15 Australian dollars, 15,000 Australian dollars. And I was like, dude, if you have 15,000 Australian dollars, you should go for it. You should buy Bitcoin, right? I was like, I mean, I don't have 15K right now, just put it into Bitcoin. But if you do, then just give it a go, right? And then after that, I started to kind of like do my own research, and then I bought Dogecoin, and then it pumped a lot. That was kind of like my first bag that I was able to migrate to NFTs,
Hmm.
and that was in 2021. I pretty much missed the wave of the apes, like Bored Ape Yacht Club. I entered the space a little bit after that. Um, so then, yeah, after that, I mean, my first kind of like, I guess, my first point with Web3 was, getting into Discord and trying to figure out like what NFT to purchase. I remember back then, Rarity Tools. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember that I used to scroll that page a lot to just see what NFTs were gonna be launched, and it was a completely different game, right? But it was an easy game because it was the bull run. So as long as you were able to buy something and grind. I didn't know that you needed to grind for a whitelist spot and getting just putting your name out there as well because you were building your reputation. I didn't know how important it was. I didn't even have a Twitter for that, Twitter account for that. So I was just going from Discord to Discord. If I liked at least the first thing, the art and maybe the community, I was gonna spend some time there, and then I started building my Discord skills because I quickly realized how easy it was for scammers to just, you know, go into Discourse and compromise them because honestly, people didn't really give a shit about that. Um, so I started bringing kind of like my soft skills from Web 2 as a community organizer for this NGO. And I was like, maybe I can bring this, and then I can start learning, pushing a little bit of like Discord security and building Discords, and that's pretty much how I started my journey in Web3 back in 2021. And then after that, I was just being having like a side gig, building Discords for other projects. People were referring me like word of mouth, like, hey, this guy, he's actually quite good. And
Mm.
then he can also handle like your community, first obviously kind of like taking the step as a moderator, then as a community manager, collab manager, and blah blah blah, taking all these steps, right? So I was doing that pretty much. I didn't, I mean, I did make a back in the bull run, like late 21, early 22, and then it was the bear market, right? And that's when I was, like jumping from projects to projects, building the Discords and doing a bunch of stuff for them up until the Plooshies came, right? That was 2023, and I was referred by people who I worked with the Plooshies. Because the first thing that I noticed when I entered the Plooshies Discord back in early 2023, it was that the Discord was pretty shit. like, like, like honestly, it was really bad. Like
Yeah,
really bad setup. There was something missing there, and so I got there, and then I sent a DM to one of the founders, which is Victor. He goes by Victor the Viking. And then we jumped into a call that lasted for hours. We got to know each other. And then I was like, dude, honestly, like, because I was doing okay, right? Like, even if it was a bear market, like trading, NFTs and other stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm more than happy to help you. I see a bunch of friends in common with you. You're a Pudgy Penguin. I have a bunch of friends from the Pudgy Penguins community. Uh, Let me help you, right? Let me just revamp your
mm.
Discord, and if there's something missing there, I can do it for you. You're gonna notice that I can bring more to the table, etc., etc. And I said to Victor, like, you don't have to pay me. I'll do it for free. Like, I love what you guys are building, and I have free time, so let me do it for you. Like, that's okay. You don't have to pay me, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh shit, for real? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, I'm happy to help. I'm doing other stuff that's I'm bringing money to the table, right? So that's okay. That's fine with me. And long story short, I quickly kind of step up a little bit, and kind of like the strategy to mint the project, like the social media strategy, um, having a bunch of different calls and stuff. And then later on, like a few months after that, after we minted the project, I became the CCO of the Plooshies. And yeah, that's it. And here we are, right? Like a year and a half later.
That's
But yeah,
crazy.
that's pretty much how I started. But it was mostly due to that network that I built, right, for several years, that they were able to refer to me like, oh yeah, I mean, more like he was asking like, who the fuck is this Bogan guy, right? Like, he jumps into my Discord and he's telling me that he's shit, and that I need to do this and that. Like, should I
Yeah.
trust this guy? Should I give him kind of like the keys to like revamp the whole stuff and blah blah blah? And a lot of people were like, yeah, we know Bogan for quite a while. He's a genuine dude. He's definitely gonna be able to help you, and that's it. So yeah,
So
that's
that's
it.
pretty cool. Like everyone has such great stories on how they got into this space. It's actually amazing.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's one of those things that when you try to explain this, I suppose, if you've been trying to explain this to your Web2 friends, right? Like to your normie friends, it's like, dude, what? Right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to
Like,
explain it.
like, like, what are you doing there? Like, why are you sitting in front of your computer for fucking 10 hours? And like, what are you doing? Is that bringing you money? And yeah, it is bringing you money,
Yeah,
right? and
that's
the
funny to
and
say. It's
and
actually
the other
funny.
stuff is that when you get to like where I am now with the Plooshies, right? Like more with the kind of like decision making position and shit. Like, it's a lot of fun, because now you're building with the founders, right? And your input is valuable. And so yeah, and then again, it's kind of like building your name and your network and blah blah blah, and things that we've seen, right? Like, if people resonate with the people at the very top of the project, putting your face out there, and Like for instance, with these live streams, right? Like people getting to know me, getting to know Cole a little bit more in a personal level. Like if they love the brand and if they support us as well as builders, then that's you have a very good combo to succeed in this industry. Um, so yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like honestly, it's a lot of fun. And then when I was asking you, like, have you been trading NFTs and meme coins? I haven't been trading NFTs lately, just because the market is not great, right, for NFTs. Um, but meme coins every now and then, like for sure. Like, um, I mean, I've been lucky enough to make it back here and there, but also I've been unlucky as well to
Yeah.
lose that same back. Right? Like
Are you
you never
trading
know.
on Pump Fun?
I use Photon for that. Like
Yeah, Fonton.
yeah,
What's
that's the
like
one
the
that
most recent bag you caught?
the most. I don't want to shield the ticker though, but the most recent one. If you saw this Peanut and Fred
Yeah, I did.
narrative, well, yeah, Peanut and Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was a good one for me because it kind of depends though. Like because I've been kind of in the trenches as well for a little while. Cole has been in the trenches for a long time. He caught Popcat at millions, right? Like on the 10 mil. Um, he's the
Yeah,
kind of guy
under
like
5 mil.
yeah, dude, insane. Like Popcat is at billions, bro. Like, dude, like if you were that's insane. Anyway, that's a good trade. But yeah, like I've been kind of noticing like some of them, I would just go with maybe zero point 0.5 or 1 sol. But with these other ones, just because the narrative was very strong, I didn't know how long it was gonna last. In and out, going in with size, and yeah, it turned out to be a good trade. And then I was
Awesome.
very early. I was very early in Fork as well, and you can see that that's performing pretty well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it kind of depends. You also kind of, I mean, you can do it on your own, but it's always best when you can do that with your homies. So
Yeah,
shout out,
100%.
so shout out to Abasho, by the way, if any of you guys are watching. We lose a lot, like we lose as a group a lot, but also when there's big wins and when all of us are cooking, it's a lot of fun.
Are you in the group? What's the name of the group again?
It's an NFT collection. It's 250. It's kind of like a sub community group for Podgy Penguins.
Mm-hmm.
It's been there for quite a while. There's a bunch of DJs, a bunch of founders as well. But the action happens on Telegram, right?
Yeah.
So maybe there's like 15, 20 active, maybe sometimes less, like 10, just shilling tickers to each other. Uh, it's wild though because I mean it could be PvP, so you never know. But yeah, we've known each other for quite a while, like good friends. I've met some of them IRL. Um, so yeah, just having those groups, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be there. I mean, it takes a lot of time for sure. But yeah, kind of developing those skills and losing money for sure. You need to lose money to make money. Um, but yeah, you never know. Like you could be like Cole and be insanely lucky and be like, I know Popcat. I've seen this meme. I'm gonna buy under 5 mil, and now it's and I'm never gonna sell because that's kind of like how Cole does it. And then he's gonna bag. So yeah,
Cole be making good, bro. Cole
yeah,
cooking.
Cole is cooking.
You too,
For
bro.
sure.
You caught Peanut at like a low entry, bro. That's cool.
I mean, not that low entry. I went in with size. I think around 30 mil before it went to like hundreds of millions, like
Mm.
120, 130. So that was a good
Wait,
one. And then with Fred as well, I think caught it around 2.5. And then it ran the way to, I think it was 14, 15.
sheesh.
So he ended up being a good trade. But yeah,
I got a
at the
question
moment,
for Cole
but
here.
at the moment, I'm kind of like in the silence, kind of like waiting
Mm-hmm.
when to go back.
Yeah.
Because I mean, those two ended up being a good trade, so I don't have a reason to go back to the trenches for a little while. Um, but yeah, I mean,
So I got a question for Cole. So
because I'm
as
still
someone
holding
who
my
caught
fork back.
oh wait,
As someone who,
I think you were a little bit laggy, Bojan.
I mean, the other thing though, like with fork was pure luck, honestly. only because I saw a lot of people who I follow and kind of trust their judgment, because they've been in the trenches or they've been doing a bunch of stuff and blah blah blah, that they were talking about for around 2 mil, um, and I was like, oh shit, this could be it. I should go back into the trenches because I wasn't that into the trenches. But then I was like, okay, I need to put all the a little bit of soul that I have left, and just see how that's gonna play out, right? I wish I had more soul for sure when I
What's the
entered
market
before.
cap of it?
Like last time I checked, like 440 mil.
Wow,
Yeah, I know.
that's crazy.
Why?
Well, Cole, do you have any alpha for us? As I want to call Popcat, Fwog, and a bunch more. I believe.
Yep, yep. The one coin I always shield, Peony.
Peony
That's
to
the one.
Peony to a
Yep,
beanie. Oh my goodness.
Peony to a beanie. I don't shut up about that.
Yeah, dude.
Peony.
But
Okay.
yeah,
No,
it's
take a
more
look then.
about like it's as long as a cold is forming around a token, right? Like you're gonna see that develop for a little while. If it's not like a big PND, uh, it could potentially run. Like you never know, but it could potentially just go back to zero. Um,
Yeah, hundred
it's
percent.
it's a
100%.
casino. It's the Wild Wild West. But
Yeah, it's a casino.
but honestly, I mean, it's fun when you make a bag. So
It is. I think it's always fun when you make a bunch of money.
mm, but
But Bojack, I don't want to like cut you off or something, but I do have to bounce. It's been a really good time. Honestly, I believe I got to meet you more, Cole, a little bit, but me and Cole we're gonna have to catch up later. But yeah, it's been a really fun live. It's been a unique experience for sure. No agenda is cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, like
shout out
just
plushies.
have fun. Shout out Plooshies, shout out Nifty Island, shout out Cole, shout out Beers, and obviously you guys that you could have been anywhere else and you decided to be here with us today. But yeah, I guess before we leave, just real quick, if you're a plushie holder, now you can go onto Nifty Island and play as your favorite plushie, right? They're not gonna be super small; they're gonna be like the right size, quote unquote.
Mm.
So you can just have a lot of fun. What Paul's been doing for us today is a pretty cool sword. Like it fits the narrative of the plushies with this sort of cardboard style and shit. And yeah, we're gonna be able to uh, kill each other on Nifty Island with that sword if you're a plushie holder. We'll give you more details on how you can get that. And yeah, I guess we'll catch you on the next one. And thank you, Peters, for your time. This was fun. Obviously, thank you, Cole. And yeah, thanks, man. If you have
Yep.
anything else to say before we leave, then yeah, the floor is yours.
Good. I'm good. Thank you for having me. W plushies, W Cole, great sword. And till the next one, pay attention to Nifty Island and plushies. We're gonna do a bunch of activations together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Alrighty. Well, yeah, this was fun. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.
catch you on
Yep.
the next
Peace.
one.
Good night, guys. See ya.